Hey, my friend, how you doing? Just wanted to do this follow-up video based on the email that I sent you yesterday, and I actually got a couple responses. Some of you guys wrote back to me, so I wanted to read them real quick and just kind of encourage you again because it's been a while since you've heard from me, and I just wanted to get you to understand that I'm not going away unless you decide you don't want to hear from me anymore. I want to encourage you to walk with me in this journey because this journey is something that many people are desiring. Some people call it the digital nomad, where basically you could do many things from home. And I guess that's what I am because this is where I am. This is where I work. Today's Tuesday. It is 3:27. I've been up all day working on a couple things. I also, I still do client work. So if you don't already know, which I told you yesterday, I do a lot of web design stuff. I do a lot of, stuff with Fiverr, Upwork, Facebook, Craigslist. I have multiple streams of income, and therefore, me doing so is to prepare the foundation so I can have passive income, which I've been growing with my online store. If you don't know what Shopify is, I suggest you consider Shopify as well. That's something else that I do to make money, and I make money off that as well. But what about you? What do you do? How do you make your money? How do you make your living online? I've been full-time for the last 2 years. I've been doing online stuff since 2012. Y'all know my story. But anyway, let me get to some of these responses here. There's only two. And the first one comes from, and I'm just going to read it out loud. I want to show the transparency. My thing is loading up right now. All right. Because I want to show you guys what a guy like me has to deal with. So the first email is not really a good one. It comes from a guy. I'll just call him by his first name. His name is Don. Don, 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 Don. Not going to say his last name. But anyway, so his response to my email yesterday was, I'm not going to say this word, but F you, sort your unsubscribe option. Sort your unsubscribe option. So F you, dot, 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 sort your unsubscribe option. Thanks for that. It's kind of the scary thing when it comes to doing this, trying to promote something, trying to get people to join your team and all that, is having to deal with people that they sign up to get info from you, but then when you give them the info, they curse you and your whole family and your legacy and want you to crawl into the ocean and die. This is no different. And, I used to be just mortified to get these kinds of emails, but, at this point, they don't really faze me anymore. So it just kind of shows that people can be sad and they're stuck in their own ruts. And, as much as you try to help someone, you cannot force them to be. So if you dot, 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 sort your unsubscribe option. If you want to unsubscribe to me, you could do that easily. I don't make it a mystery to do so. So all you gotta do is click the link, buddy. And if you have not already unsubscribed, you're gonna get this video and you're gonna see it. So yeah. All right, I got one more email response from someone, and granted, I haven't been talking, I haven't been reaching out to you guys in such a long time. It's been 3 years since I sent my last mass email. So clearly, this is something that most people don't really get. So I'm going to read this and kind of read it in advance. This is really my first time reading it. But before I do, just want to let you know that if you want to follow me, if you want to have someone that legitimately cares about you and has gone through the trenches, only promotes what he truly in his heart believes in, instead of going for the whole shiny ball syndrome. Hey, this is cool. Hey, this is cool. If you want someone who puts his mouth where his money is, puts his money where his mouth is, who has invested over $10,000 in training materials to learn this atmosphere and to be successful in it, if you want to follow my lead, that link, if this is on YouTube, click that link in the description below. If this is if you're watching this through email, click the link in the email. Stop making excuses because you're not going to go anywhere if you do so. All right. So the next one, I'm not really going to disclose names. But let me go ahead and start reading into this. Just kind of right off the top, he says, Jason, it's been 5 to 6 years. LOL. It was definitely a surprise to see your email. I'm glad you and the fam are well and that you are back home working in your PJs. What a blessing. I think when I first followed you, the baby was still on the way. Wow, how time flies. Yeah, and I have two now. My baby is actually 4 years old. She turned four in this past January, and my son, he's turning two this May. So we're in March, so 2 months now. Yeah, time does fly, brother. Time does fly. So going on with this video, make sure he's following if you can. So he followed my instructions, and there's a bit of a technical glitch. So I'm just going to kind of briefly read this. After going to Wi-Fi and listening to Angie, I initially registered using my email address, blah, blah. But after I got to the second step, I believe when it asked me to enter my email again, something didn't look right. It was on my iPad here too. Okay, so he's doing this on his iPad. Oh, he sent some attachments. Okay, it says pay close attention to video. All right. So, yeah, that's true. So, iPhone. Why did not I let to know? So that's why you see. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the confusion. Anyway, so basically what he was just saying here was that he was trying to register, and thank you so much, my brother, for sending this to me. I'm not going to say his name because most likely, bro, you're watching this, and I just want to keep your anonymity. That guy that cussed me out, I just call him Don. That's what I'm calling him. Whether that's his real name or not, you don't know. He cussed me out. I don't care. But anyway, my brother here wrote this, and basically what he's saying is he tried following my directions on the iPad, and when he got to step number 2 in getting this whole system put together, the video didn't show up. So I'm glad that you said this, bro, because now I could, send this over to my mentors and let her know that, and let them know what's going on there. So then he tried again on the iPhone, and I think it seems to be going well. It went well, but he tried a different email address, so that's cool. So then he continues on. Unfortunately, for a few reasons, I just can't push it around the funnel. And so when it made components system, obviously people are making a lot. Don't have an issue with it, but I am an issue. Unfortunately, that's the case. We've gone and recently been able to jump to watching your YouTube video explaining. I was hoping the funnel would allow people to insert existing opportunity. Okay. All right. So the next part of his email, he was talking about part of that. So for those who don't know, and I guess I didn't really get too much into it in the last video and yesterday's email, the Wi-Fi wealth system, which is what my mentors created, there's multiple parts that connect to the funnel that they created. And so there's different opportunities. There's one, the first step I believe is the one where you drop in your email address, and anytime someone drops in an email address, you get paid under $1. But if you hustle and if you bring the traffic in, it could accumulate. So there's that. There's also making money with Aweber, which is the platform that I use, that most marketers use for email automation. The next one, I may be going out of order, but the next one is the main one, the main crux. The main crux is in CR. I don't even know if I said that word right. Let me define CRUX, crux. Decisive or important point at issue. Particular point of difficulty. All right. So anyway, maybe I didn't say that right. But the main platform within the Wi-Fi wealth system is something that many of you probably have already heard. I heard about it years before ever joining, and that's called MCA, aka Motor Club of America. And what he said here was that his heart kind of sank a little bit because he is one of the people that is unable to really promote this platform. He knows that a lot of people have made money with it. I do as well. I know a lot of people that make money with it. But unfortunately, he's in a situation where he's not able to really do that. Let's see. Okay, I read the presentation and is a hang up for me. Should I entertain the rest or future? And did you say you become an assistant manager? I know heavily involved there. I grew up in church. My dad was a pastor, founder of a church. Okay, I'm all sermons, favorite gospel. So. One final question, do you still wrap her up? Okay. All right, so he is asking, should he entertain this or pass on it? He was hoping that this is something where you could just plug in your main your main wealth system, you know, like instead of MCA, plug in something else that he's doing. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way because my mentors that created the system, they've been using this for a while and they are sold on it. They believe that this is the cream of the crop. And for a few reasons. I guess the best way to describe it is when I was, how long is this video, by the way? It's recording, but I don't see how long this video is. All right, I guess I'll find out when I stop. Oh, it's 10 minutes long. Okay. So I'll just kind of cut this close pretty soon. Anyway, so my mentors, they have been in the affiliate marketing space for several years, and I followed them for several years. I knew Angie before she really made money, you know, and I consider her my big sister because, you know, she's someone that I look up to, and I know her on a personal level, and you know, it's not, you know, there's some sort of mystique with a lot of big time affiliate marketers where you don't really know their backstory, you don't really know the behind the scenes because they're so big and everybody has their attention. But with Angie, my mentor, you know, I know the behind the scenes. I've been there, you know what I'm saying? I've spoken to her. You know, it's a different story when you have that personal connection. So I followed her through many of the online marketing systems that she's been a part of. And here's the thing, guys, you have to understand that, you know, some people think, well, this person jumps from this opportunity to this opportunity to this opportunity. That's because the marketing space changes all the time. And so you have to understand one simple thing is that what works one day may not work the next day. So if you just want long-lasting success, if you want to build an income, you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to mold yourself and say, okay, well, this was working for me for a time. Now it's changing to this. You can see, you know, you can see kind of like a forecast. I mean, this is what people do with the stock market all the time. Is when certain stocks are starting to lower, they increase their investments in other stocks so that they can keep and maintain their lifestyle and their income. Same thing with the affiliate marketing space, because products and training you know, programs are being created all the time, every day. And, you know, depending on how responsive people are to certain things, you can make a decent living just being smart about it, you know? So for anyone who's looked at these big time income earners and say, well, how could I follow you? You was all gung-ho about this, now you're all gung-ho about that, and now you're I don't use, to me, that's not a litmus on you know, how believable they are, because that's part of how it works. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, I'm sure you guys have probably, you know, signed up with many different things over the years, hoping that you find the one thing that's going to sustain you for the rest of your life. It doesn't really work that way. You have to be adaptable, and you have to really be smart about where you invest your money. Now, getting back to MCA, there is, you know, a lot of people that have different opinions about MCA. I know that a lot of people have negative feelings towards it, but then also I know a lot of people that have really positive feelings towards it. And from the perspective of my mentors, this is the one system that it's not really a system. It's actually a legitimate service. And, you know, people would compare that to like AAA and say, well, you know, well, you're not really supposed to do this or this or this and this. But MCA has been around for years. There was this whole speculation about, well, they're not even a real company because you see they're owned by TVC Matrix and all this stuff. You have to understand the lastability of MCA, that they've been around for decades. Their rapport is constantly getting better. Their services, they have a new official website. I guess it's not so new now. It's been a couple of years, 3 years or something like that. But, you know, the rapport's getting better. They're not one of those things that is going to go away. It's not something like Amway or anything like that. It doesn't come up and then shoot down. It's stood the test of time. And so my mentors are actually looking towards that as their long-lasting, stable source of income. That's their main source of income, is through MCA. Because out of all the things that they've tried over the years, MCA is the one that seems the most stable. And they're with you on the whole, I don't like jumping from this to this. They don't want to keep doing that. They want to, you know, have something, their foundation, which is MCA, and they want to build from that. So they'll create funnels like the Wi-Fi wealth system. They'll create, you know, and they'll also add stuff to it to further increase their income potential. And by doing so, they're giving people like us the opportunity to increase that level as well. So what you may say, you may have your own thoughts on MCA, good or bad, but it's not so much the MCA, because the MCA is the income producer, but what you're really promoting is the Wi-Fi wealth system, because now you have multiple sources of income. You have, like I said, the email thingy, you have the Aweber, you have this. And so if you just, you know, commit yourself to something, if you just, you know, saw the value in what MCA really has to offer, and forget what the naysayers may say, then you may find yourself in a position that you could really enjoy the benefits of MCA. You know what I'm saying? There's many ways to make money through MCA, by the way. You just have to be smart about it. But you know, especially with the way that we get traffic from this, like I said in the last video, super duper trooper easy to get traffic through this. I'm just trying to reach out to you guys here first so that, you know, you can get the jump on, you know, this before this becomes saturated. Who knows, you know? So anyway, to respond to your question, bro, should you pass or should you rest? Obviously, I'm going to say you should take this on unless you have a legitimate reason to not get involved. You may have been exposed to this before and had a negative experience. I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to do MCA in the past, because I seen it was kind of like this cultish thing, you know, and I seen a lot of people promoting it, and like I was thinking, oh man, this thing is not gonna last. You know, oh man, people flashing cash and all that. Man, that's not gonna last. But then I really started following what my mentors were telling me about it, and I got excited, and that's why I'm promoting it right now. I'm doing the one thing that I never thought I would do, which I tend to do that quite a bit, because I always said the one place I would never live is Texas. I'm a New Yorker born and bred. I will never live in Texas, but here I am 10 years later. So you just have to be, you have to open your mind. You know, you have to be, keep an open mind. And, you know, if you have any questions, if any of you guys have any questions about MCA, about the Wi-Fi wealth system, about Angie Long, Ben Martin, myself, I'm not someone that's trying to hide anything. So, and I told you in the last video what my situation was like now. I mean, I'm in a really good situation, being able to, you know, I'm wearing pajamas, pajamas, you know, and this is what I do every day. So, your last question was, do you still rap or write rhymes, listening to any particular artist? If you do rhyme, do you make your beats? I dabble in music production for fun. Great way to chill and stay home. Yes, so actually, I am working on my album, Rise of the Giant, and that should be out, God willing, I don't know when. That should be out at some point this year. But yes, of course, I still write my own music. I'm still the blogging rapper. So anyway, love you guys. Just want to once again tell you to click that link, all right? Remove all doubt from your mind. If you have any questions, that's what I'm here for, okay? I'm not trying to shovel you into something, take your money, and bounce. I'm here to help build people's, you know, vision and long-lasting stability. And when you understand it from this perspective, I don't have to be doing this. I could just go to my traffic source and build my business that way. I don't have to do this. This is extra. This is because I'm trying to reach out to you people. I'm not trying, you know, just follow me. All right, click the link in the description box below if this is on YouTube, or click the link in the email. And I love you guys. I will see you mañana. If you don't like what I got to say, guys, unsubscribe. The link is there somewhere. All right, but if you believe in me, like I believe in you, get started. God bless. Bye.